What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday. I don't know what day you're listening to this, but I'm giving you that Friday energy. As you know, this podcast is presented to you by Macy's. I have my Macy's couch right next to me in our little office that we're building up. Shout out to Macy's for my cute little gray couch. Turns into a pull-out bed for some guests to stay over. And right now, for a limited time, Macy's is offering 25% off Michael Kors styles for both men and women. It's the perfect opportunity to treat myself to some luxury fashion at unbeatable prices. So from now until October 7th, you can get 25% off Michael Kors fall styles for him and her. You can shop now at Macy's.com. Once again, shop now at Macy's.com. And look at my cute little couch. We're going to build up this office that looks so cute. Right now, it may be dull. This couch just brightened it up, but we're going to make this all thanks to Macy's looking great. Okay, guys, it's Chicks in the Office, and we're going to give you all the juicy topics today. As you guys know, and as it was mentioned before last week was the filming of Surviving Barstool, reality show at Barstool. Everybody must watch when it comes out. And then everybody flew home from Chicago, and I lost my luggage at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was dealing with that. And then our guest canceled on us, which was just fabulous, guys. So we are pushing through. Me and Noah are going to cover these topics like you've never damn seen before. Am I right, Noah?
You're so right. Let's do it.
Okay, well, that Friday fucking energy, Noah. We're going to be doing all the topics. We're going to get into it. We're going to have an episode today. Whenever you listen to this, whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday, we will have another episode on Friday, and then regular scheduling program next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are back at it, giving you that full Friday energy that you guys deserve. We love you guys. Thanks for being patient with us, but let's get into it because we have a ton of topics to cover, good topics. When I was gathering these topics, I was excited. Kristin Cavallari is single, back on the market, Noah. I know she likes a younger man. Maybe you want
I
to
might
slip
be
in
too I
there.
might be too old for her. I don't know.
We'll get into that. Lana Del Rey got married. Why is it every time I'm doing a solo podcast, I'm talking about Lana Del Rey, and then all of a sudden she's going to comment on it? We'll get into that. Ariana Grande did a little lie detector test. We'll talk about the things mentioned there. Has she had work done? Does she know what the Illuminati is? Chappell Roan, always in the news right now, canceled on some shows, saying some things. We're going to talk about all that. Xandra Pohl, TikToker, Danny Amendola. Danny Amendola is doing Dancing with the Stars. Are they dating? Are they not dating? He had a very weird answer, in my opinion, to this question. And I just want to give a quick happy birthday to Julie Andrews, okay? Julie Andrews deserves this happy birthday. No, have you ever seen Princess Diaries?
I have not. No.
You haven't seen Princess Diaries?
No. I
Oh,
can picture her and I've seen like they're on like a mountain, right? Or like in a field.
little bro, you've never seen Princess Diaries?
I haven't, no.
Oh my God, you need to watch.
Why do I
And
feel like I heard that the second one's better than the first one?
oh, I mean, it's great. I don't want to tell people, but I do, and I want to surprise them. I won't. Anyways, just know I love Princess Diaries, and if you see me doing something Princess Diaries themed in the future, don't be surprised. Okay, let's get into the topics. I'm really excited to talk about them. Also, we announced our tour guests for some of the shows. Kaylor and Liv from Love Island season 6 will be our guest at our Nashville show. So make sure you buy those tickets. Make a little fun weekend out of it. That's a Friday show. We're going to be doing a party after. We're also going to be doing another meet and greet on Saturday. It's going to be a party weekend. And then also the day before that, the show before that, Joey and Kelsey are going to be our live show guests in Kansas City. We are going to be announcing the rest of the guests as time continues. We just locked in our Buffalo guests, and you guys are going to go crazy. So I'm so excited. So make sure you buy those tickets. They're still on sale. Some shows have sold out, and there are some tickets still available. Noah, anything else you want to add?
No, I'm excited. And we also have the weekly watch report. That was what I was
And
gonna
we also have
add.
Weekly Watch Report. Yes, we do. I have something to talk about for Weekly Watch Report. I have a hot fucking take coming your way. All right, so let's get into the topics. All right, let's get into the topics. First thing we're going to talk about, Kristin Cavallari is single. So this was first announced when Kristin Cavallari was a guest at Alex Cooper's live show. Alex Cooper crushes these live shows. They look fucking insane. All the production, the social media, like everything looks so good. So props to her. But Kristin Cavallari was a guest, And on that, she mentioned that she is now single. Her and Mark broke up. I don't think anyone was surprised by this because as soon as that clip started going around, like Kristin Cavallari and him were talking about kids, I thought there's no fucking way this 24-year-old frat boy who is probably so happy Kristin Cavallari is paying him any attention wants to have a fucking child. There's just no fucking way. So Kristin Cavallari got on her podcast and she said that they broke up. She broke up with him. She started to notice the age difference a little more. She didn't notice the age difference when she was fucking him, but she noticed it when they started having real life conversations. And she was like, he needs to experience life more, blah, blah, blah. No shit. No shit, Kristin. You thought this 24-year-old boy, not a man, boy, was going to have a child with you? No, well, let me ask you this. I'm going to set you up with a question right now. If you're 24 and you start dating Kristin Cavallari, okay? She's the best sex you've ever gotten. Probably like, I mean, you're 24, so of course. And she says, I want to have a child with you. Where does your brain go?
Am I Well, no. The no is the first thing that comes to my mind.
And like immediately no.
But I would try to like the first thing to come to my mind would be like, how do I phrase this in like to like make this keep going? But like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, sweetheart, no, no, no. Why don't we just have
Oh, maybe like someday. That's probably what I would say.
yeah. Do you think you would be like, you already have children? Why more?
Yeah, I'd be like, are you sure? Like with me?
Looking in the
Uh
mirror, like, this guy?
yeah, but she seemed like just as into it as him when they were originally talking about it. So I don't know
I
what
mean,
happened.
did he ever seem like he was into any conversation on any platform ever? The guy seems like he's a fucking dumb as a bag of
Oh
rocks.
yeah,
Like, no
that goes without
offense,
saying.
but offense. Like, I just, for me personally, obviously, like, I don't know how to conventionally attractive, right? Like, you look at him, you're like very attractive. Like, it's like, but as soon as someone just gives no personality whatsoever, it just steep decline for me. Like, I do not find you hot. Like, I'm like, if you have zero personality, if your personality is like this fucking wall, it's just no. And that's what that guy was.
She would basically have two kids if they had a kid together because like he's kind of her kid in a way, I feel like.
No, totally. He has no life experience. Kristen Cavallari grew up on reality TV. She's had a husband. She has kids, all these relationships. You're basically going to become his mom in a sense, teaching him this is how this relationship goes. This is how this goes. Like, you don't want that. So
She'd be like
I
having to teach him how to be a dad.
no, literally,
Imagine
he'd be
he was your
like,
dad. No offense to him, but like imagine that guy was your dad.
it was like maybe like when he gets older, sure, but like, oh, my dad's a Montana boy. Like, it's just it's just crazy to me. And I typically like Kristen Cavallari. So it's just things like this where I'm like, this wasn't like
I think
none
if
of
she
us
just
are
came out being
surprised.
like, if she just was like, "Hey, I thought he was hot. We had a good like few months," like that'd be more respectable than to try to like spin it to be like, "Oh, well, we're not. He should." It's like we knew what this was about. Like,
Right. 100% just say, I thought he was really attractive. We had our fun together, but this is it. Like, it's just a huge no on my part. So they're done.
but hey,
And
Kristen, if you're looking for someone who's a little bit older, I'm here.
right now, okay, so at your age now, you just turned 29, right?
I'm turned 29 in 2 weeks, but yeah.
Right. Past your birthday yet. So you're turning 29 in 2 weeks. If Kristen Cavallari, you start dating her now, and now she wants to have a child with you, what are you
I,
doing?
I, 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 it doesn't change from what I said earlier. Like I'm not too young. Like, and there could be 29-year-olds for sure who are like ready, but no, like
Mhm.
I can't have a kid. And also,
We know.
I can't have a kid. Like, I got to learn how to take care of myself first. But also, like, I don't know if I'd want to have like. Some people might not care about the age gap, but I don't think I could do that. Like,
I
with
mean, that's totally fair. I totally understand that. She's lived
yeah.
a lot more life, but that's so funny that
I
you
don't know.
say.
I don't think like out of everything, how would I interact with like her like kids currently? Like it'd be weird.
But
I'd be
no,
very weird.
I honestly can't picture you interacting with like little kids taking care of them.
Yeah, no, no.
If you had to take another career path that than you are right now, like producer or whatever, and not in the entertainment industry whatsoever, what career path do you think you would have taken?
That I would have taken.
Not having to do with entertainment at all. Can't
Like, do I
be.
need to be like qualified for it or just like
No,
extreme scenario? Well,
I mean
I've
you have
always
no
said I've
qualities right now for them. So
I've always said that I fantasize about like being a fisherman in Ireland.
right, right.
But that's just like a fantasy. I don't know how long I would like enjoy doing that. But like if I could be anything in the world, I feel like being a doctor would be pretty cool.
Oh, you would like that?
I like yeah, like I feel like I'd feel very fulfilled and like wow, I'm really making change. But any job in the world, like, oh yeah, I'll be an NBA player.
Yeah, yeah. That's really nice of you.
But
I don't
also the more that I watch like Suits and everything, I'm like, damn, being a lawyer like would be kind of cool.
right. I mean, a high stress situation. Somebody asked me this recently, and mine was a food critic.
Oh, I could see that.
I love eating out at new restaurants. Like I love judging food. So I'm like,
But
food critic.
would you be that like type of food critic where like you're just ruthless and everyone is like scared of you?
Then when I walk in
You're
a
like the
restaurant,
guy in
yeah.
Chef.
I think I would try to make mine a little bit more like lighthearted, funny little like digs at people, not like this is the most disgusting, despicable restaurant
But
I've ever
would you
been.
be going to like five-star restaurants or would you be like
Yeah.
trying to like street food?
No, I do it all. I would do it all. And I would
Yeah.
have a fake accent too. I'd put on like I'd put on an accent for it as well. And then when they heard me, they'd be like, "Oh, she's just from Long Island. She likes trash food. Like it's
What would
fine."
be like the go-to like accent that makes you seem like you know what you're talking about?
Um,
British?
yeah, British. Definitely like just something that makes me sound sophisticated.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this accent that I have does not make me sound sophisticated, but it adds character. That's what it does. It adds character. So Kristin Cavallari, we knew it was coming, and I don't necessarily feel bad for the end of your guys' relationship at all. I feel like it's actually appropriate that you guys ended this relationship. Onto a new relationship. Lana Del Rey is married. Um, this one really threw me for a loop because she just denied dating this guy and then married him. Lana Del Rey is somebody who I'm always trying to figure out. And once again, the last time I was alone and talked about Lana Del Rey, we clipped it and she commented. So it's not that I have much to say. I just don't, I'm always trying to figure out Lana Del Rey. Like I don't know much of her music. I only see what I see about her in the tabloids. I see that she was seen with this guy, so she wasn't dating him, and then the next week is married to him. Like I'm confused, but like do your thing, That's when it comes to Lana Del Rey, I don't have much
Do
to
we know
say.
anything about this guy outside of like what his job is? Being like a an alligator. What is his job? He's an alligator like not an alligator hunter, like an alligator wrangler. Does
Wait,
he
cut
do
this
what
out.
Rob from Love Island does, but for alligators?
He's a Louisiana swamp tour guide.
Oh,
So I've always wanted to go on a swamp tour. Have you?
I technically like went on one in Florida once. Like with it was like one of those boats, you know, like in with the fan on the back of it, and they
Yeah,
would
yeah,
take
yeah,
you, and then
yeah.
like the crocodiles would be like right next to
Mhm.
the boat. Uh, but it was cool, but I definitely felt like unsafe.
Yeah, I think I would feel unsafe too. Have you ever eaten alligator?
No,
So I think it's popular in New Orleans, maybe, because when we were there, my sister was like, "You should have some alligator," and I was like, "What?" I think they eat alligator there.
I'm sure it's good.
No, I'm sure. I mean, you fry anything up, and you know it's
Yeah,
probably
like
gonna be put some fucking breadcrumbs on it and throw it into a fryer, and I'll probably eat it. I draw the line at some things,
you know what I
obviously.
feel like would be good? I don't know if it's like if you cooked like an alligator, I feel like this if the skin was like fried for some reason, I
Hmm.
feel like that would
Like
be like
crunchy.
a crunchy,
Crunchy alligator, yeah.
yeah.
I could see that. Well, I don't have much to say about Lana Del Rey besides apparently she's married and it's to a swamp tour guide. We have been drinking Rum Haven since the start of Fran's Bachelorette back in April. We followed it through the summer. Now we're following it through on tour. Rum Haven is going to be a big part of the Chicks in the Office tour, and we want you guys to be ready. Okay, guys, you can use Rum Haven to make any kind of drink you want. The fall is here. Why not a little espresso martini with some Rum Haven? Rum Haven is made with real coconut water, no artificial flavors. That's how you know it's good. It's real. It's not fake because Rum Haven believes that Mother Nature does best, and it does. It is real coconut water, not artificial, and you could drink it straight over ice. You can make a drink with it. You can make juice. You can make a little fall drink with Rum Haven. Why not? The opportunities are endless with Rum Haven, and you can find out where to pick up a bottle of Rum Haven for yourself by visiting rumhaven.com. Come on, guys, get started. You're going to want to join us drinking Rum Haven on tour. You're going to want to be there drinking at Rum Haven on tour. So get your Rum Haven and get started with us. Now, this is where I want to dive into a little bit. So, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are on a Wicked press tour. Wicked is going to be coming out soon. Only part one. Remember, it's going to be coming out in two parts, but this is part one. And Ariana Grande did a lie detector test. She was asked if she had any work done, and it seems like she's only had filler and Botox. She hasn't had a nose job. She didn't do anything with her eyes. No BBL. I don't know why anybody would think Ariana Grande has a BBL. I don't think anybody thought that. That was a question that was asked. And then she was asked if the Illuminati was real, and it was panic. I don't know. I don't know. And they said she was telling the truth, but like it wasn't an immediate no, and it wasn't a yes. It was an I don't know. What do you think about
I just feel like do we really believe that like her team isn't briefed on like all these questions before, like approving certain
that? I
questions?
mean, no, no, we have been doing this for a long time. And we know if anybody wants a little inside baseball, a little inside scoop, many of times we are asked beforehand what questions we're going to ask. We're told what we can and can't ask about. It's not every guest, but it's a lot. We're
Yeah.
told you can't bring this up. This is approved. We have to send questions. Okay, those are approved. It's a longer process than I think people think. And someone like Ariana Grande is getting her questions absolutely fucking
Oh
vetted.
yeah.
If reality stars are coming in and getting their questions vetted, then Ariana Grande is getting her questions vetted.
And
So
I'm
I think,
sure that she has like final cut where it's like since it's a lie detector, I feel like it's kind of unpredictable because it's like because she kept
mhm.
saying she was nervous, and it's like if you're actually nervous, you might be telling the truth, but it might come up like so if they were like, "Do you have a BBL?" and she was like, "No," but they were like, "She's lying," like they would not put that in.
Right. No, and people do get final say over those things. And I think it's good for us to tell people that too, so that it's just a little bit more
Yeah.
inside of like, that's what happens behind the scenes. Like there's so much that goes into like interviewing somebody than just they show up, they do the interview, they walk away. The team's in contact, send us a final cut. You have to cut this out. There's been times where we've done something and we get told we have to cut something out and we're like, what the fuck? Like this interview is going to sound so bizarre if we cut this part out, but we have to do it. We're respectful. There's some people that say, fuck off. They said it. We're not cutting it out. But
Yeah. I think
as
if it's like
as
a
the
reasonable ask.
respectful people we are, we always cut anybody asks because I wouldn't want to be in a position where I asked someone to cut something and they said no or whatever. But yeah, Ariana Grande absolutely has final say. I don't think she would have done this lie detector test if it wasn't for that. And the Illuminati thing, I think right now people are running rampant with conspiracies and theories because of the Diddy stuff, which is very, very dark. And the more I see, the darker it gets with Diddy,
Yeah.
and it's really
The
fucked
rumors
up.
are getting crazy about other people.
Yeah, and I think like I'm just trying to be respectful of people um and rumors about them and stories because who knows if something like for the Justin Bieber stuff, right? What if Justin Bieber went through a really fucking hard time and now everyone's bringing it up and running and like talking about these stories and like it's like it must if true, if other things are true, like things happen to him, like it's got to be a lot. Like it's I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Did you
keep
see
thinking,
the rumors about like Ashton Kutcher that keep going around?
no, what happened?
Well, people were really trying to run with like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher are like splitting up because she knows that like videos are about to be released, and then it's like they were spotted in like a car together the other day, so they're like, oh, I guess that's just not true. But people are really like Ashton Kutcher is one that I keep seeing people being like he was at all the Diddy parties and like all this stuff. But people are just trying to tie in anyone who's like ever been seen with Diddy and like be like
Mhm.
bad stuff is about to come out about them.
Right. And here's the thing, at the end of the day, there's going to be people that have been seen with Diddy that didn't have anything to do with Diddy. Like he was
Yeah,
at
he was
not
like one of the
he
most
was
powerful people in Hollywood
yeah, and
for
like
20 years.
at award shows, people take pictures with him. Like there's going to be pictures with him, people with him that had nothing to do with what he did. It's just a very unfortunate circumstance and disgusting and like despicable in so many ways. But since that, like the Ariana Grande Illuminati question, then people are like, oh my God, Diddy. Like there's just so many things that got tied into it, and people are just running rampant with
What do
Hollywood.
people think Illuminati actually is? Like, I feel like I've never even known, like, it's just a club.
Noah, you're asking the wrong girl because I've always wondered the same thing. What exactly is the Illuminati?
It
Like,
sounds like it's just a
what
cult of like powerful, famous people.
what do they do to people? The Illuminati is a name given to several groups. Um,
Kind of like Scientology. Like,
no, I think Scientology is more like a
it's a
religion.
religion, but like, it's in the end,
And
it's just like an exclusive club that you get to be a part of.
I saying it used to be a very real group, and even though it doesn't exist anymore, they had a lot of ambitious goals. What the hell is that?
Ambitious goals to like take over the world, and
And they have rituals and okay, so there's just so apparently, and I'm reading off the internet right now, guys. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I'm reading off the internet. But apparently there was a real Illuminati that then got wiped out. So I don't know if there's
what?
a
Like
new
the like
Illuminati.
that? What do you mean wiped out? Like the dinosaurs were wiped out? Like
I think they died. Like I think they were like it was
what?
like olden days
They had
Illuminati.
no young members.
I think we're talking like olden days. Like we're not talking Hollywood. Like we're talking like
Like
before Hollywood.
so,
Yeesh, before Hollywood.
like early 1900s, like Charlie Chaplin.
No, 1776.
So the start of this country.
The secret society of the Illuminati was founded in Germany in 1776.
Is that like a coincidence that it lined up at the start of the US?
It's you're making my head spin right now because now I just want to go into a full deep. I've never done a full deep dive of what the Illuminati is, and now we are in the process of trying to do a full deep dive, but I'm trying not to read and talk at the same time.
I didn't know that was from Germany.
Yeah,
That's hey, yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot to be read about this, but I guess,
A lot
and
of
then like,
shady stuff going on in Germany.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Apparently, Ariana Grande, she doesn't know either, though, because she didn't know it started in 1776 in Germany.
I will
But
say that the way that she said I don't know was very much like it made me think like you do know something.
you remember when David Dobrik, and David
Oh, I
Dobrik,
think I know what you're talking
big
about.
flop, said that somebody approached someone he knows about joining
Yeah, I remember this clip on his
the,
podcast. He said this.
the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Said that one of his friends told him that like someone came to them to approach them to like be a part of something, and
Honestly
like
though,
and it promised them fame.
like if I was like Brad Pitt or someone of like that status, maybe I would just like say that just to fuck with people. Like, hey, like you guys like know that I'm part of the Illuminati, right? Like, don't tell anyone.
I was about to say, so you would just abuse your power to people?
You know what? As I was saying that, I was kind of like, well, maybe that is kind of like something that like Diddy might have done.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's bad. That's just abusing
no,
your
no, I
power.
wouldn't abuse it in a bad way. I would just kind of like make people think that the Illuminati was real when I have no idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise that. But good thing you're not Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You're like the chicks in the office, guys. The chicks in the office producer and Illuminati. That's what you're
Yeah.
doing. That's what you're doing
No,
on
no,
the
hey,
live
no,
show.
there's a whole like subsection of the Illuminati where it's just podcast producers, and I just got accepted like a couple weeks ago. So I'm getting my card soon. So once that comes through, then I'll have more info after the first meeting.
Oh shit. Oh my God. If you're looking for some energy shot, energy boost in your day, you can get Proper Wow's energy shots and energy gummies that delivers the perfect boost whenever you need to stay up and stay fun. There's no weird ingredients, just good, clean caffeine. That's what I like to see. Good, clean caffeine. Best-selling flavors are peach mango, strawberry kiwi, and blackberry, and you get 4 to 6 hours of energy. So maybe you take it in the morning before you go to work. Maybe you take it after work because you have something to do after work. Maybe you're taking it on the weekend, anytime you want that boost of energy. It's 5 times more caffeine than a shot of espresso. And it's 15 times more L-theanine than a cup of green tea. So use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com. If you need that boost, that energy in your life, you are going to want to use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com. All right, let's move on to Chappell Roan. So I feel like Pop Crave is like, I just am seeing Chappell Roan on Pop Crave every 5 minutes. Like Chappell Roan did this, Chappell Roan did that. Now, Chappell Roan, and I honestly, I would advise everybody to go watch Gabby Wendy's TikTok about Chappell Roan. She was like, we are watching a diva amongst us, and we just must let her be. Like, whatever happened to the art of a diva? Like she canceled, and the other side of that, she canceled shows, canceled on festival. People are upset. I am not in the camp of shaming people for canceling shows, festivals when it is in the name of mental health. Like if that is something that is going to fuck with your mental health and you want to take not do it, they have to put themselves first, right? There are a lot of people who will push through, and that's fantastic as well if you have that drive. And not to say that people who are struggling don't have that drive, but at some point you have to just put yourself first and be like, this isn't okay for me. I can't do it. And what we're supposed to be mad at people for that? Oh, you're frustrated because you've traveled. Totally understand people's frustrations of traveling, whatever. Um, and people tend to not put themselves in like a pop star celebrity shoes because they're like they have it all. Why should we feel bad for them? But she's struggling. I think she's made that very clear. She's struggling with the newfound fame, and there's a lot of things she says where I'm like, come
See,
on.
there's a lot of it's like, yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Like
Yeah,
you should like if it's mental health related or whatever it is,
if
like
you're sick
yeah,
physically,
that's their
mentally,
decision.
like
I think people kind of I don't know. I don't know how to word this where it doesn't sound bad, but it's like she's kind of putting out videos that are gonna make people respond a certain way, and then she
mhm.
like doesn't like the response. But it's like you not to be like political or anything, but it's like no matter what side you're on, if you make a like statement about something political, like people are gonna like react to that. And then you can't like
Yeah.
freak out when people do.
Right. And I think that maybe she just has not been in this world long enough to learn that. And I think that's something that she keeps mentioning, but it's like she keeps saying things where it's like, then you see it and you're like, why are you saying like I don't it's just like a lot
Yeah.
and
It is
she just
funny
being
because
herself, but
she's like if people are calling her a diva, that's funny because I feel like she's like the opposite of a diva, and like she's trying to say like she doesn't like being famous, but she's like kind of being a diva about not wanting to be famous.
right, it's like a juxtaposition of like she doesn't want to be famous, but at the same time she's being a diva about not it's a confusing thing. And listen, she makes great music and we all love her music. She makes
Yeah.
bops. So what are we supposed to do about it?
I feel like, yeah, it's like I'm sure that she doesn't like there's a lot of terrible parts about being famous, but when she's like selling out festivals and like breaking records for attendance, it's like any person knows like what comes with that. Like you can't be that successful and famous without like the bad parts of fame. And it's like
Hmm.
it's sad, but like there's
It's
nothing
a,
you can
it's
really
a,
do
it's a
about it.
how bad do you want it situation. Like you
Yeah,
got
and
to block that stuff out and be yourself. And it's a lot to juggle. And a lot of people struggle behind closed doors and they don't let anybody know. She's not doing that. She's letting
yeah.
everybody
I
know.
feel like some people handle it like when I think of Harry Styles, I'm like he kind of just like when he has something like a new album, he's touring, he's doing that, but he's like not on social media at all. And like I don't know like what his daily life is like, but it seems like he balances it pretty well. So it's like I
Yeah,
almost would just think like get off social media, like delete your account,
right.
stop posting videos.
That is, I think social media is the big thing for a lot of these people is they can't grasp social media. And it's like if you just want to do it for the love of the game and the art and the music, do that. Forget so you're still going to be look at Harry Styles, look at all these people that don't post. You're still going to be super successful because people love your talent and the art you're creating. They don't love you like for musicians, it's not about their social media pages. I mean, some
Yeah, like
people
Taylor Swift
on
isn't
posts
like
and you
posting
yeah.
selfie
And
videos being like, oh, like these comments I can't like
right. And you end up liking people even more when you see their personality, but it also go the other way. You can also be like, ooh, I love their music, but why the fuck do they act that way? Like
yeah.
that happens too. So I'm sure she's just probably having a mental battle right now.
It is kind
And
of crazy because I just saw a video like today on TikTok and it was like a video of her performing to like 20 people in 2021, which was like a few years ago, and now she's performed to like thousands every day. It's
yeah,
like
it's
crazy.
insane. It's quite the jump. It really is insane. But yeah, there's just always something new going on with her, and she's just risen in the past couple months, and now it's just her name every single time. Moving on to a little Dancing with the Stars. Okay, number one, I want to talk about Xandra and Danny, but I do want to talk about there was a video of Brooks and Gleb behind the scenes kissing before they went out on stage. There
There's a
was a
lot of videos of them like
yeah, there was a kiss involved in their dance. So I'm like, were they just practicing the kiss before they went on the dance? They're making all these TikToks. They're really playing into the are we fucking each other or are we not? And people are buying into it. You
all
see
the
two
videos,
people and
every video I've seen of them is not even like trying to hint. It's almost like, yeah, we're fucking. Like
right, they're just like
there was a video that they posted where like he kisses her on the cheek. Like I don't know, like it seems like they are. Like out of all the times where people are like, will they, won't they? This just seems like they are.
right. And they're clearly not dating, but they're dancing and maybe they shut the door and you know,
Yeah.
They Marvin Gaye and get
I
it
mean, it's
on.
not a bad strategy if you're like, I haven't really been keeping up with the show, but like from what I heard, like they're not like one of the better like dancing like so maybe
Yeah.
this is like you got to use what you got to get
Yeah,
people to vote for you.
she's not a fantastic dancer, but maybe that chemistry will get it going. We'll get something flowing in their body,
Yeah.
and or maybe we'll just get the votes going. That just might be
Do
it
you
at the end of
how do
the
you
day.
think they like match these people up? Were they just like these are the two hottest people, like put them together?
Yes, yes. And then with Danielle and Dwight Howard, she won with a mom Shumpert, so she's used to a really tall guy. They know what they're doing when they pair these people up, and some people get fucked. Like they're like
I mean, the
you.
Anna Delvey person is probably like, all right, really?
Right, like I guess I'm out, or like someone who gets someone really old, they're like, I guess I'm out. Like they know what they're doing. But I want to bring up Xandra and Danny Amendola. So Xandra was at the first taping of Dancing with the Stars with Danny Amendola's family. Danny Amendola was asked by Kelty Knight, shout out Kelty, Lady Gang, if her and Xandra, if him and Xandra were dating. And he gave a like, Xandra's a great friend. Like blah blah blah. She's a great friend, a great person to have around. And then Kelty was like, Kelty has balls, and that's what I love about Kelty with her interview. She was like, "Does your mom like her?" And Danny was like, "My mom loves her." And I'm like, if I was Xandra and I see this almost 40 something year old man talk like this, I'm out. Also with Danny Amendola, his problem with Olivia Culpo when they broke up was like, oh, Olivia's online so much. She's online so much. But now you're dating a TikToker who posts their entire life online. Like,
Is there any
bro, you're
part
like a
of you
little
that
bit pathetic
thinks,
to me. What?
well, I guess if she's going, I was gonna say, is there any part of you that maybe thinks that they mutually like don't want to like talk about being together? But I guess if you're gonna go to these things and be publicly seen
If
together, like
I show up to your performance of Dancing with the Stars and then you hit someone with the, she's a great
and
friend,
sitting with his family.
I'm gonna be like, you couldn't give me
But
anything else.
what would he say? Like, I guess
Like, why? Well, couldn't
if
he
you're
just be
not to,
like, be like, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't
I
know
feel
what
like
you
at
would
that point he
say.
had to say like, yeah, either like they're together or like
So there were a couple interviews he did with Kelty, he did with another person, and he was like, no, like it's not a thing. Like she's a great friend. I'm a huge fan and supporter of her.
huge
Yeah,
fan,
I'm
like
sure. Oh my
fan.
God, I'm sure you love her. Get ready with me, Danny. You love her DJ sets. You're a huge fan. Huh? Really, Danny? You're a huge fan of Xandra? In what way? In what way? I just think Xandra, she seems really cool, and I'm like, I'm like, I don't know about this, but you do you, girl, I guess,
Yeah, I'm sure that
I just feel
it'll.
like I'm just like he was like, oh, Olivia online, blah blah, but maybe that's why he's trying to hide it, but
I
I
don't know.
understand when people want to keep, he's not like a personal life guy. Like he doesn't share his personal life online. So
If that's the
maybe
case, then it's like then don't come, don't sit with my family at this televised event.
like I'm not, he's on Dancing with the Stars. You're gonna tell me you're not looking for a little bit of clout right now, Danny?
Oh
You're on
yeah.
Dancing with the Stars. So come on.
Are people like well I guess if she's there then no, but like are people speculating about him and his partner or no?
I don't think people are speculating about them because I think people saw Xandra there, so they're
Yeah.
like not much speculation. But those are the topics for today, and I was excited to talk about them. I feel like they were a little bit better than the topics have been going recently, and I'm sure Noah and I will talk about more. And listen, I had guests cancel, which is really unfortunate last minute that I was really, really excited about. And now they're not here. So I'm going to continue doing my fucking best to give you guys all the topics, all the Friday energy with Noah. If you guys want someone on the show that works at Barstool that you're interested in, please let me know. If you guys want Matt, Marty, whichever one you want to come on the show, you want fiance Matt or you want Barstool Marty, you guys let me know. I know he'd love to do it, but that's up to you guys. I would love to have him on and talk about whatever, but you guys let me know if that's something you're interested in. And if there's other Barstool personalities you guys want me to talk to while it's just us, let me know. And if you guys just love the solo episodes with Noah and I, let me know that as well. I love any feedback like that, unless it's really bad and horrible, then maybe keep it to yourself. But Noah and I will keep crushing that Friday energy as long as you have us here. So that wraps up the topics, but we will get into the weekly watch report. We're about to get into the weekly watch report, and this segment is presented by Coors Light. When life gets hectic, it is this season, and it's time to choose chill, and then reach for Coors Light. Is your traffic too jam? You guys know I get all flustered with traffic. I'm in traffic. I'm getting fucking riled up. But that's the time I need to choose chill. I need to get home, get to my fridge, and grab a Coors Light because that is time to reach for a Coors Light and choose chill. When the mountain turns blue, it is cold as the Colorado Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. Fall feels good when you choose chill and then reach for Coors Light. Get CoorsLight.com delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, let's get into the weekly watch report and talk about things we watched this week. So I don't have much on my resume of things I watched this week, but I did watch a classic with Matt last night. And let me tell you, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Wait, I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'm going to tell you, I watched it when I was younger. Haven't watched it in so long. And it's one of those movies everyone says it's one of the greatest movies ever. The Notebook.
Oh, what do you want to eat?
What do you want to eat? We watched The Notebook because I really wanted to watch like a fuzzy romantic kind of love story. And it didn't hit me. It didn't hit
But you've
me
seen it before.
when I was way younger. Like I'm serious. Like I hadn't watched since I was way younger. So I was expecting it to like hit me hard.
It seems like a slow, I've never seen it, but all the clips that I've seen from it and just the premise, I feel like it's probably like a slow movie.
It is. It is a slow movie. And it just didn't hit me that hard. And I'm really upset about that because I love a warm, fuzzy, romantic dramatic movie that gets my heart and soul crushed on the ground and picked back up and repaired like a Band-Aid. But
What was it
something
missing?
I I
Also,
it's
you were like you're in a Ryan Gosling phase, right?
I am. It wasn't him and it wasn't her. It was just a bit boring.
When is it supposed to be set? Like what time period?
It's set in the 1940s in South Carolina, but the book was North Carolina.
That's an interesting plot
Interesting,
change.
yeah, creative change there. Did
Yeah.
you know that when they cast Ryan Gosling in this, they were trying to cast like an ugly guy, and they cast
Really?
Ryan Gosling? Also, did you know that they fucking hated each other when they got casted, and then they fell in love and started dating?
Ryan Gosling and Rachel
Rachel
McAdams?
McAdams, they hated each other.
Why?
I don't know, they hated each other, and then they fell in love.
Wait, did they start? I didn't know that they dated in real life.
Yeah, they dated. Oh
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep. So I
I
just have
need
to
I
say,
need
and
you to
like
watch La La Land. I need you to watch that movie.
I have to watch La La Land. I need to be in the right setting for like a music
Don't
comedy.
let the intro steer you away because
That's what happened the last time I put it on. The intro's too much. I was like, oh,
you could
he's not.
almost skip that if you want, like, and
Yeah,
just start the movie.
yeah. I'm definitely going to. I feel like bad that I feel this way about The Notebook because like it's such a classic. Everyone's like, The Notebook is such a classic. I almost
Honestly,
I
though,
never even
remember,
went back and watched.
I feel like I looked it up or it was like a Rotten Tomato movie one time, and like I feel like it low-key doesn't have like the best review. Like,
Like I kind of was like really bored.
yeah, it has a 54%. Not that that's like
Okay. Yeah, but
the end
that's
all
not
be all,
like
but
not 100%.
it's not like critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I just was like really bored by it, and that upset me because I always looked at The Notebook's a classic, and I don't find myself watching it in the future again. So I'm gonna give that. People are gonna be really upset. I'll give it a B minus just for the
Oh,
sake
I
of.
thought you were gonna go lower. You're just
No, no,
scared of the
I'll give it
people.
a B minus. It's still a beautiful, story. But it just was slow.
I was ready for you to give it like a D.
No, 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 no. It's not bad. It's just not in my head what I built it up to be. Um, Tell Me Lies, episode 4. I'm behind.
Uh,
Um, I'm gonna give it B plus. Episode 4, I'll give a B plus. I'm a little behind, so I have some stuff to catch up on. But this show has me so hooked.
oh,
Like
I'm hooked
I,
now.
I can't help but be hooked to this show. And I can't help but think Bree with the teacher just is making me sick to my stomach. This like I'm just over it. I'm just over the teacher thing. I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, it just falls back into like there's no likable characters, but like the more this season go, Brie was one of like at one point like the only
Mhm.
like redeemable people on the show. She's like fully like lost me now. Like I mean, it's like obviously the professor is like it's not good for that to be happening, but like she's like openly talking about it to her friends and knows that it's not good that she's like having an affair with this guy, but just keeps doing it because she like likes it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, she's clearly doing it just to feel something. Like she feels like she got fucked over and now she's doing it to feel something and it's a mess, but this show is obviously so good. But that's what I watched this week. What did you watch this week?
okay, I this feels forever ago, but I've been like randomly watching Suits. That's just like a B show at this point to me. It's
That's
just
your go-to randomly. It's like, I'm watching Suits.
yeah, it's just like one of those where I'm like, there's nothing on, or like I don't really want to commit to like paying attention to something. Like, let me just pick up where, like, I really just pick up after like months of not watching Suits. Like, I watched it yesterday, but it's always entertaining, but it's just like the same thing. And like Mike being in jail is just like, it's just gone on way too long. Like,
Mhm.
they just need to get past that. But I'll give it a B. I'm on season 6. Like, at this point, I'm just like, I have to finish it. Like, I'm only a few seasons away. Like, I just gotta finish it. But I'm assuming like it only gets worse as the seasons
Mhm.
go on. Yeah, I watched Tell Me Lies 4 and 5, so I won't like spoil anything, but um I'll give it a B plus, honestly. I think I had it at a B, but B plus, like I'm just so locked in. Like it's just so crazy. And like
Yeah. And what
they're
else are we
just
locked into right now, you know?
yeah, and they're just such bad people. It's just like shocking. Like you never think Steven can like shock you with how bad he is, and then he does. Um, yeah, I won't say anything because this last episode was good.
I'm
Um,
excited to watch. I'm excited to catch
yeah,
up.
and then yeah, the next one comes out tomorrow. So, um, okay, so at when we were at Fran's wedding, or at the house we were staying at for Fran's wedding, I had like really bad acid reflux one night. I don't know if I told you this, but like
No.
it was the night where like I scared everyone in the house because I like knocked into a
Yes,
piece
we
of
thought that there
furniture.
was somebody breaking
It
in.
was
Yeah.
because I was like I need to go get water, like, and
Hmm.
I was like I can't lay down because like whatever. So I'm like I gotta watch something. So I just rewatched Leave the World Behind randomly, like the whole
That's
movie.
the movie that you
It just
chose?
was like I'm just like scrolling Netflix and I'm like, all right, I guess that
Noah, that's so dark.
but I forgot about it and then I was like, let me rewatch this. And it's very good. I mean, it's scary, obviously, because like out
Hmm.
of all like the those type of movies, like I just watched Civil War recently, but like this one seems like the most realistic where it's like, and everyone's always talking about like what if we get hacked or what if this happens? Like,
Hmm.
um, and all the great actors in it. I'll give that an A minus like on the rewatch, but like great movie, scary.
Hmm.
And it does make me think like if something like that were to ever happen in real life where like all like technology is kind of like gone, I'd be so fucked. Like
Hmm.
I really like I don't think I could get I know New York City pretty well, but like I couldn't like get out of this area. I don't know where I'm going. Like I
Really?
honestly can't drive. Like when people say, "Oh, like what highway are you taking?" Like if I'm going on a road, I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm just following the
Same.
map.
Oh,
They're like,
same.
take I-95. I'm like, that means nothing to me. I
Right.
don't know
They're like,
what that
take this
means.
road to that road. I'm like, I'm gonna look at my GPS.
Isn't it crazy that like our parents and just anyone who lived like did that?
I
I
mean,
remember them holding maps and stuff.
same. I remember being in the car driving to Florida and my mom holding up a map in the passenger seat to tell my dad where to go. Like, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it is, but it
Like,
is
okay,
bad.
Christopher Columbus in the front seat.
No,
Like,
yeah.
that's crazy.
But that's like what we would have to do. Like if this happened tomorrow and we like had to drive somewhere, we'd have to like find a real
Yeah.
map. And then it's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
What are
Um,
we? We're Magellan? Like, I don't know. What do you think I'm doing?
yeah, no. But that was a good one. Julia Roberts is always good.
When you're in need of some chill this fall, there are so many great options. Maybe the fall festival prices have you shocked. Maybe you just want to host a little party at your house, your apartment with some neighbors and some Coors Light. You don't want to go out anywhere? You don't have to. You can do it right in your home, your cozy little home with Coors Light. Don't get caught up in the fall chaos. Savor the season, choose chill, and then reach for a Coors Light. When you embrace a chill mindset this fall, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Rockies. Fall feels good when you choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. We all know it. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
I've watched the last couple episodes of Industry. It's starting to pick back up. It's starting to pull me back in. Season 3. I don't know how many episodes are left. Or I don't, that might have been the finale yesterday, but I don't know. Um, but I'm kind of getting pulled back in. Kit Harington's back, which is good. Um, I'll give that a B plus the last couple episodes. Yeah. And Monsters. Have you watched that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you wouldn't. I would if you would have
I
told me.
want I want to watch.
But I feel weird about like saying it's good because I'm
Right,
seeing
right,
so many
right.
mixed things about like it's not true and like they're
Right. And he
glorifying
didn't
it.
and he didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, and then like I'm seeing the comparisons about like the actual footage and everything, and it is kind of I don't know what to believe because
Mhm.
just on its own, I'm like I was entertained. Like it was a little bit
Yeah, you don't have
like
to rate it because it's like,
yeah. I mean, I was gonna give it like a B.
Mhm.
Like it was entertaining, but I just am not sure. They do seem more sympathetic in the actual footage that I'm watching. Like compared to like the show, they seem like more like sociopaths. But I don't know. I don't know what to believe. And then I'm seeing like I just saw that they were like reunited or getting reunited for the first time. Like they're going to the same jail for the first time in like 30 years, which is crazy to me that
Mhm.
like they haven't seen each other. and now
Yeah,
they're going to be
I'm not
together.
like totally familiar with the story, so
Yeah, I didn't know like the real, like I just knew the general story, but if like any of this was true, it's an insane story.
mhm.
And also like just acting alone, like the two guys who were the brothers, were really good. Um, so I would say it's worth the watch, but it's like I don't know what's true or what's not.
All right, it's a controversial opinion
Yeah.
right now.
Um, I've been watching the first. I watched the first two episodes of The Penguin on Max.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in, but honestly, I think you would because I had this thought while I was watching it. One, Colin Farrell is like unrecognizable. It's crazy. What did you ever
Hmm.
watch the Robert Pattinson Batman or no?
No, I never ended up watching it.
Because
I
Colin Farrell
tried
like
to watch it on a plane and I shut it off.
yeah, because he had a small part in that, and then I think that this whole series is like setting up the next
Mhm.
movie.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, but he's so good. Like you honestly don't remember. Like you have to remind yourself that it's Colin Farrell. Like if you just watch this, you like forget. You just think it's like a different actor. Um, but I had this thought, and then I saw someone else say it on TikTok as well, where it's like it feels like it's Tony Soprano. Like it feels like The Sopranos, but it's the Penguin. But it feels like he feels very similar um, to that guy. Like he's like this cutthroat murderer, but then he has like these funny moments and like these relatable moments with like his mom
I
and
like that. Yeah, I
with
like
like
that.
so and like this guy, this kid that was trying to steal from him, he almost killed, but now he's like his assistant. Like
Mhm.
I like it. It's really
I think
good.
I actually think I am interested in that
It's good. Like
because
honestly, I
my
think
whole thing with like superhero movies and stuff is
yeah,
like when it's a little too fake. I mean,
no.
obviously this is fake, but it's re you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like this one
Like
so far, at least it's not like I don't even know if the Batman is going to be in it or if there's any
yeah.
superhero. Like just watching this, it's just about like it's really just like crime in New
Mhm.
York City or Gotham or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like it has nothing to do with, at least so far, like any superhero or like this
Mhm.
could be a real story. Like for
Right.
sure.
And that's why for me, The Dark Knight was like my favorite because it was so much more like real, quote unquote. Like not
Yeah.
really, but it's like something more I could believe. I don't know
Oh
if that
yeah. No, like yeah, I know what you're saying. It's not like Superman like flying around.
it's
Like in reality,
like here's my powers, like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I would say that's a B plus, but it's like very good.
Oh, that's
Um
solid.
and then one last show that I just started and I'm almost done with that I think you would probably like too. Nobody Wants This.
Yes, with it was made by Sarah and Aaron Foster.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kristen Bell and
Kristen
is
Bell
that
and
Adam
Adam
Brody?
Brody. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. My mom basically was just like, "Oh, this is so about like because it's like centered around being Jewish because he's a rabbi, and so
Hmm.
like it's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what to expect, but it's good. Like I wouldn't say it's like the best show I've ever seen, but it's just like a kind of fun little
Yeah.
show. And
I'm excited for that one.
yeah, it is funny, especially like I guess I can relate to certain things just because I am Jewish, but
Hmm.
it's good, and I think he's really good. I don't know why, but I just have never been the biggest Kristen Bell fan. I don't know why. Like
Really?
I don't like dislike her. She just doesn't. I don't know what it is, but
Mm.
I'll still give this show. I'll give it a B minus right now. I think I have like a couple episodes left, but it's just like one of those like lighthearted shows. Um, and it's also funny because I feel like there's so many shows now where like the main person in the show has a podcast, and Kristen Bell, that's like her
Yeah.
job is like having
I,
they actually had a
well, it's
line in the show about Call Her Daddy, which I was like I did like a double take because she was
yeah.
like, well, I'm not trying to be a spin-off Call Her Daddy, and the other girl was like, oh, what, you don't want a $60 million Spotify
Oh
deal? It
my
was so like
God.
specific, and I'm like, did she
It's so
pay
like
them to have
meta
that?
kind of. That's
Yeah,
crazy. So like close to home. But no, I mean it is about like not fully, but like Erin Foster. Like, she has a podcast and
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and she converted for her husband, like a lot
Yeah,
of
remember
that.
she came on in LA that
I'm
one time.
sorry,
Oh wait,
Sarah
wait.
Foster came on ours,
Well,
right?
you had two.
No, we had Erin or Sarah. I
You
think
had
we had
both.
Oh, we had both of them?
Yeah. You had the two sisters.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch that. Is that all you watched?
That is all I watched. Yeah.
Those are good ones. Yeah, I
I think
actually,
that yeah, I was gonna say I think the Brad Pitt George Clooney movie is that out on Apple TV? Like I think it got somewhat good reviews. I want to watch that. I might watch that. Yeah, Wolves. It's out on. Yeah. Maybe I'll watch that later.
yeah, I feel like you gave me some good recommendations there, though. I'm actually really interested in the Penguin.
You should watch it.
More interested than I thought I would be, but I'm definitely interested in that. And I
Yeah,
want to
if you go in, just like watch it as its like own thing and not like it's part of like the
watch.
Batman universe.
Right. Exactly. I think that's it. I think that's what I would like is like pretending it's its own thing, which it basically is anyway.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's everything we watched this week. You could speak like a whole new you with Babbel, the language learning app that gets you talking. With quick 10-minute lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel gets you talking a new language in 3 weeks. And because talking is the key to really knowing a language, Babbel is designed for real conversation. Wasting hundreds on private tutors is the old way of learning languages. Babbel's tips and tools are inspired by real-life stuff you'll actually need when talking. With a focus on conversation, you'll be ready to talk wherever you go. Do you want more proof that Babbel gets you talking? Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and other leading universities continue to prove Babbel works. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. Here's a special holiday deal for our listeners. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/chicks. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/chicks, spelled BABBEL.com/chicks. Rules and restrictions may apply. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. Remember, tickets for tour are still on sale, and we cannot wait. It's going to be super, super exciting and super fun. I am so fucking pumped up, guys. We're going to have a blast. And we have a lot more episodes coming up this week. Going to be solo, me and Noah. I also said I had guests cancel, so I got some open slots for some requests. But if you guys like just us going through topics and you want it that way, you let me know too. I'm open to ideas. Love you guys so very much. We will have another episode on Friday, and then we'll be back fully scheduled next week. So I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses. Toodaloo.